Hey guys, welcome to Usage Analysis Saturday. So in this video, we are going to analysis analyze usage of Pokemon in Pokemon Showdown. For this first episode, we are going to analyze OU usage stats. So on February 2017, the one that just released around a week ago. So it just came out really, yeah, it just came out a week ago. It's still new. I know on March we introduced the there's a lot of there's two Pokemon that we introduced, which is Mega Vidril and Mega Mawile. But we can look on the past threads, and yeah, maybe those things still good and being used, so we can learn what other people using on on other Pokemon being used. So what we're going to discuss is the team archetype usage breakdown, like to see how much stall being used, semi-stall, semi-stall, semi. I don't really know how to pronounce that, and that is balance, offense, and hyper offense, how much we use, and this top 25 OU Pokemon to see what ability is being used most, what item, the top nature and EV spread, and the moveset usage as well. Here is the source. I put taking off from the small usage stats definitely, because that's what's for the Pokemon Showdown, and some pictures from Bulbapedia. For those three sources, I already put the link in the description. And yeah, let's just see what the team archetype is being used on OU so far. So most people run offense, so it's going to be good. Hyper offense team is going to take advantage of against this team, because the hyper offense is good against offense and balance, and then weak against and hyper offense and balance good against stall and stall, and there's like triangle like that. I mean, it's on paper. I mean, on practical. But at least it's if your team is hyper offense, you kinda have a lot more chance to win than being stall team on offense, I guess. In case you guys doesn't know what is hyper offense, balance, semi-stall, and stall. Hyper offense is more is the most attack oriented. Is straight up attacking Pokemon and try to get momentum with anything like voltage and return. I don't know. Hyper offense is more. The offense is having like one or two tank Pokemon, to switch in if you got run. I mean, if you get a bad lead, something like that. Balance is more balanced, definitely, like evenly on attacking Pokemon and defensive Pokemon. Semi-stall is only like having one or two Pokemon that can attack, and the rest is just trying to defense. The one or two Pokemon on semi-stall is basically to just clean up what the other four Pokemon has done. And stall is definitely stall, just play defensive, use Toxic and Will-O-Wisp to chip away your opponent, and of course try phasing as well with literally none of your Pokemon that can attack. And yeah, for the weather, rain only 2%, so the Pelipper hype is start to go down. Sand is 8% and sun is 5%. Weatherless is 85. It's quite a lot, you know. I mean, like, it's normal, like when the weather hype is go down, then people will just start using the normal stuff, just using serious one like that. Then here is the top 25 OU Pokemon from Magnezone on the 25th, and then for Fable, Pantana, Desluta, Sableye, Zygarde, what is that? Scizor, Mega Scizor, sorry. Chansey, there's Dodrio on I think it's around 17, and there's Heatran, Tapu Koko on 15, Celesteela on 14, Excadrill on 13, yeah, Toxapex on 12, Skarmory on 11, Garchomp still on top 10, what is that big name? Ferrothorn, sorry, Ferrothorn is on 9th, and Mizuna is on 8th, so yeah. Here is the Pokemon that you're going to see quite often on battle. Then we have Greninja on 7, and yeah, Greninja is on 7 and 6. And a little bit fun fact: when these two both usage is put on together, it's actually having more usage than the third Pokemon. So it should be on third if those both usages putting on together. But yeah, because like people are putting Greninja and Greninja in a different Pokemon. So yeah, they usage getting split. And then we got Tapu Lele on 5th, Pheromosa on 4th. So basically, if Greninja is being fused, Tapu Lele is on 7. No, it's not on 7. It's on 6. Because yeah, it's on 6. Like Pheromosa is on 5th, I guess. And yeah, Tapu Lele is on because if the Greninja usage is put together, this one is not on 3rd, but it's on 4th. But yeah, because there's usage split, Tapu Lele take the 3rd position. The second is Metagross, probably the best Mega for this on this format so far. I mean, not so far. We just get introduced by Mega Mawa. I think it will go. My prediction is Mawa will be replaced. Will be replacing the Metagross usage. I don't know. We'll see next month, because we can have to wait until next month to see its usage. And the top is probably like already being there for years. And yeah, we already know what is that Pokemon, because we definitely going to see this Pokemon on all battle. Yeah, it's Landorus definitely. And here is the numbers for the top 25 Pokemon usage. So start on the top Landorus have more than 40%. So if you battle 5 times a day, probably like 10 times a day, then you're going to see like 4 Landorus. If you do 10 times a day, you'll go to, if you something like that. It's quite often to see, definitely. Metagross about 35%, so most Mega will be Metagross, and probably definitely, because it's just good Mega. It's not really good Mega. Doesn't really have much armor as well. And then we got Tapu Fini on 26% usage. Pheromosa is around like 22% maybe. And Tapu Lele is on 19th. Greninja, and like I said, Greninja and Greninja. So there's so much Greninja that I say is putting on together. It's actually having more usage than Tapu Fini, and almost like the same as Metagross usage. Then you got Gemma, Ferrothorn, Garchomp. It's all the way down until Hatsana, Corfego, and Megazone. Megazone is on 25th. So we'll start breaking them down, and we're going to start from the bottom, which is Megazone, until the top usage is Landorus. So here we go. Megazone, definitely most people are going to use Magnet Pull, because that's just it's just good to trap something like Ferrothorn, something like Celesteela, something like Armory, which is quite annoying to deal with. So that's why the usage is a lot. And for right, I'm Assault Vest, because Nowadays, I think Celesteela is more using Flamethrower or Fire Blast a lot, so that's going to be a little bit scary for Magnezone. So that's why they put Assault Vest in the choice specs mode. If you confident enough to just this Celesteela is not going to do much, so yeah, just gonna choice spec destroy it to pieces or something like that. And yeah, 9% using Choice Scarf, 8% using Chople, get berry, and the rest using other things that wild, I guess. For the nature and EV spread, Modest, yeah, definitely just Modest and Modest and mostly special attack is the best way to use Magnezone, because once you trap something, you just want to getting rid of it as soon as possible, right? That's why just putting next special attack is the best way. Some teammate definitely if you use Choice Scarf, or some just a few choice specs Magnezone run teammate as well. I mean, like after the trap, you just want to kill it as soon as possible, I guess. And yeah, teammate Choice Scarf usually being used quite often. For the moveset, yeah, it's just Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, HP Fire, and Volt Switch is just the better way to use Magnezone. There's no need to use other move other than these four, I guess. Especially Hidden Power Fire goes again Ferrothorn to getting rid Ferrothorn, Thunderbolt just to getting rid Celesteela and Skarmory, and as well it's a stab move. Flash Cannon also stab move. Volt Switch just in case, like if the Celesteela and Skarmory is already hurt, you can Volt Switch out immediately. So you can, after getting rid of those two Pokemon, you can bring something that can scout out what's your opponent going to do even better, right? Okay, on 24th we got the Fable. So mostly unaware instead of Magikarp, so that's good to know. So you can toss it I mean, like 85% of Clefable that you will see can be tossed. Even though mostly Clefable is go for unaware, and there's a chance that usually as its teammate can just kill Bell, but it's good to know that you can toss it with Clefable, right? For the items, mostly leftovers, definitely. For others item, maybe some wild stuff, I don't really know. But I think the best one is just leftovers though. But yeah, Clefable is known as unaware Pokemon that just wall out setup Pokemon. So Bold and Calm is definitely reasonable to use. I mean, even like the bulky offensive one, like to set up to sweep, definitely just go for Bolt or Calm, so get more sustain as well. For the move, definitely Moonblast is pretty much mandatory on Clefable. Wisp, Protect, Heal Bell is mostly used on Stall team. Calm Mind definitely just to, if it's set up bulky of this is a setup Clefable and go for Moonblast. Softball definitely used instead of Wish if you are set up Clefable. And yeah, Flamethrower is definitely coverage for, what is it name? Scizor, right? Yeah. Stat Rocks, I don't really think Clefable is good Stat Rocks. There's other better Stat Rocks setup. Thunder Wave is just getting nerfed hard, having like 90% accuracy, and the speed drop is only half. It's not really worth it to use it anymore. So that's why it is. I mean, like if you deal with Dragonite, if you deal with Salamence, Unaware just blocks the stat boost from those two Pokemon anyway. And then the other move, I don't know, 80% is quite a lot as well. Then we got Kartana, right? Yeah. 100% Beast Boost, definitely, because that's the only ability that Kartana got. And there is also, yeah, the item Fighting Z and Choice Scarf is actually evenly used. And yeah, there is a lot of a lot of variation. It could be used. Most people use Fighting Z like 32% of your time. There's also Life Orb, 12%, Dark Nimsy. So yeah, it's quite very it's there's a lot of variation for the item on Kartana, but at least we know that Kartana item will always be the attacking item, not going to be used like Citrus Berry or Assault Vest, because I mean it doesn't really. There's no point to putting like leftover Citrus Berry or something for defensive item on Kartana, because it's just so frail on special defense anyway, only like 31 base special defense. So yeah, it's just better to just use Fighting Z, Choice Scarf, Life or Darky Nimsy. What I'm really shocked is there is not much usage on what is it name? Focus S. The other is actually the item that using like less than 5%. So like there's not much Focus S anymore. People just go bold with his own Kartana, go for Fighting Z, go for Choice Scarf, Life or Darky Nimsy, something like that. Which I mean it's good, so there is not much. Good to know that there is not much Focus anymore as well. So for the moves natures, definitely just go for Jolly, attack, special just go for max attack, max speed. Speed is Kartana best asset. For the teammate with max HP, max speed is definitely because he just want to go for speed, like the beast boost on speed. You kinda need to have only 19 IV if you go for that thing. So yeah, just go for the attack, go for Swords Dance and try to sweep, getting speed boost, snowball from there. And I don't really like that set. I still prefer just the regular Choice Scarf is actually better though. And for the move, Leaf Blade is pretty much mandatory. Sacred Sword as well. Smart Strike, and yeah, I mean like Leaf Blade, Sacred Sword, Smart Strike, and Sword is just the best move. Maybe a Night Slash to get instead of Smart Strike if you cannot touch something like Marowak like that. But as you can see, Marowak is not being used a lot anymore. Defog, I don't really think it's a good defogger card because it's frail on special defense, and there's other better defoggers such as Takufini, Skarmory, Larios. If there is better rapid spinner like Excadrill, Pheromosa even better rapid spinner, I guess. No, not really. I still prefer the all offensive Pheromosa. Yeah, Excadrill is better, still better rapid spinner. What is the better rapid spinner? Maybe that's one. These are the only like the top one though. And other move is only like 40% as well. It's not that much compared to the move. I mean the move that used anyway. That pretty much mandatory. Next we got Hoopa Unbound. 100% mission is definitely. Sorry, because I mean that's the only ability that Hoopa got anyway. For the items, 33% Focus Sash. So try to survive and kill them back, or try to set up nasty plot, I guess. Life Orb is on 24%, so if you want to try, if you play it more boldly, so Life Orb is good item as well. Choice item is definitely used. I mean most of them use, everyone use all of them, like Choice Scarf being used, Ben used, because like Hoopa is it's like it's a mix attacker as well. It says high attack and high special attack, even though it's have low defense as well. It's the low defense is only Hoopa's drawback. I mean his special defense is actually quite high as well. And yes, the other item, I mean like those 5 are pretty much the best item on Hoopa. There's no reason to use other items, to be honest. And yeah, for nature and EV is lonely, definitely, because I mean like the point is to go to have one like special move as its coverage, and as go for, because you kinda need Hyperface Fury and Backshot if you see it in the moveset. And Fire Punch. Psychic is definitely just for the psychic coverage, I guess. Gungshot is pretty much mandatory because there is a lot of Tapu around. Fire Punch for Ferrothorn, Celesteela, what is that thing name? Skarmory, Hyperface Fury, just Dark Stab move, and Psychic, just another Dark Stab move, I guess. And yeah, I quite agree with the natural EV spread as well. Mix Hoopa is the best. Mix Hoopa with more attack oriented, not special attack, I guess. It's the best Hoopa so far. And yeah, it get a lot of coverage, so people like confused. Pretty much, I mean, like, it's kind of hard to pick the best what Hoopa is best for your team because you got Drain Punch, you got Zen Headbutt, Hyperspace Hold, Dark Pulse. You can go for HP Ice because it got good special attack. You can play around the trick if you go for Scarf. Yeah, even if this for Scarf, Hoopa is playing trick one. And Side Shock, which is good as well instead of Psychic. If you want to use it, because Focus Blast good against Focus Blast. I don't really know why you go around Focus Blast. Definitely for like Rock type, like Rock, Dark, something like T-Top. But T-Top is not being used a lot, so that's why the Focus Blast usage is not that much. So, there's so many coverage on Hoopa, and yeah, that's the scary things about Hoopa. You cannot predict what moveset that your opponent will go. And it got very high attack and special attack, so the only way to play is if you can have to sacrifice one thing, I guess, and bring in something that a physical Pokemon that faster than Hoopa is the best bet you can do. I mean, or just go for fast U-turn Pokemon. Like even Scizor, if you get enough speed to outspeed Hoopa, maybe you can go for the U-turn one shot the Hoopa. But yeah, Pheromosa is just gonna kill Hoopa with the U-turn. And yeah, if you hit the Hoopa switch, you can get the U-turn, get your momentum back, so Hoopa gonna be getting it in freely like that, which is good. Yeah, that's pretty much the best way to deal Hoopa so far. It's okay. Next we got the Sableye. I'm not gonna put a chart because it's definitely 100% Magic Bounce and 100% Sable Knight. So there's no point to put Sableye there. Nature and EV definitely got Sableye main job on stall team is basically to soak up any damage. Like go for if you're like it's more balanced time, but both on defense and special defense. That's why the midfield is kind of wild and careful with 112 defense, 144 special defense, something like that, because you expect Sableye to turn for physical and special defense because his main job is to on stall is to will-o-wisp the physical attacker and to block hazard as well. That's why it's being used a lot on the stall team. His Pokemon. That's pretty much it. And yeah, the move is pretty much the same. It recover, will-o-wisp, and like knockoff is pretty much mandatory. Protect could be used. There is some people that run fake out instead of protect as well. Foul play. I think like there is four attack, like instead of protecting foul play, more than not being used than the fake out. Maybe you could go for knockoff. I mean, if you just stay on knockoff, you cannot do a lot of damage to set up Pokemon. Like Sableye is maybe it's not that good if you cannot deal with your opponent because there's a lot of Tapu finish usage as well. So if the message range is up and your opponents already go for good something like boost or attack, you can just go for foul play as well, which is good. But yeah, Supply, strong, and one of the main Pokemon on Swordsman. And the next we got Zygarde. The ability is definitely Aura Break 100% because that's the only ability that you can use. Sorry, you can use Power Construct, but it's banned on OU. When the Power Construct is on OU, when it's just like a month after the Sun and Moon came out, people literally using the perfect Zygarde. It's just too strong for OU. That's why they quick ban it immediately. It just happened so soon. I mean, yeah, it's just too strong. I don't think there's a Pokemon that can deal with the perfect Zygarde really well. For the items, and with 30% leftovers, 9% choice band, 7% number in the other item. I mean, I don't really, yeah, for me, leftovers is the best item in Zygarde. Choice band, if you, choice band is actually on the 10% Zygarde, not the regular Zygarde. And Lomberry, I've used Lomberry and it's not really well. I mean, it works with rest, but I don't know. Just can be used one time, and I mean, if your opponent go for a burn, the Lomberry will just disappear and something like bad thing, I guess. Yeah, it's bad things. It's angry with it. Nature and EV, max attack and speed if you run Dragon Dance definitely, and for the if you doesn't run speed, that's when you run coil. So yeah, Zygarde's pretty. Yeah, you can go for Dragon Dance and coil. People doesn't really know. Yeah, I mean, like people cannot really know what move what setup that Zygarde will use, but yeah. But now you can, because as you can see, like most people run coil then Dragon Dance. 1000 arrows, definitely a mandatory move. Substitute is just good to block something like poison and toxic. That's why people mostly run on. Basically, when you run leftovers, you will run substitute as well. Extreme speed just good for priority. If you battling against something like Pheromosa, it's like something that's too fast for the Zygarde, and you just want to fast KO after you after you lower your open HP with 1000 rows, extreme speed, you can just get a kill from that. Some people run Toxic instead of extreme speed, like 1000 rows, coil, substitute, and Toxic. I mean, yeah, it's kind of good as well. I mean, the coil does give you defense boost. So if you go for Toxic, and your opponent only have physical Pokemon, your opponent literally cannot really touch you as well. Outrage being used 15%, fastest of the fast does if you run Lomberry. Yeah, the other is only 13%, sorry. Next we got Scissor. I mostly run HP and defense because definitely for tanking Metagross damage, Metagross is so scary this generation because it get like this speed boost for like on turn 1 after like it mega evolve. That's why it's kind of scary this generation. So, and yeah, for the move, definitely Bolt Punch is the mandatory move, as well as Roost. U-turn is good just for to get a slow U-turn, bring in the Pokemon that goods against your opponent on the field, which is great. Swords Dance definitely. Defog, kinda used, but I mean, like the top 4 is definitely just the best move on that Caesar can use. Knockoff not being used much because there's Z Stone that cannot be knocked off. There is Mega that cannot be knocked off. So knockoff is kind of not as good as usual because of those items. Bug Bite instead of I know that bug bite get the boost from technician, but U-turn is just better to keep the momentum when you're, like when you're facing your opponent. And yeah, the others are 90%. It's quite a lot as well there. So the next is Chansey. 100% natural cure because why you run Serene Grace on Chansey and why you run Healer on singles is not really good ability. I mean, when it's not actually like 0%, it's like 0.0 something like that. I mean, it's still 0%. Something. For the item, 99% is Aviolite. I don't know why you're running item other than Aviolite and Chansey. It's just wild idea for me. And yeah, for Nature's and EV spread, definitely the bold is the best Chansey. And yeah, I prefer the 4 HP and 252 special defense actually on Chansey because Chansey already have huge HP. Just I mean, like, it's not going to add much if you go for 252 HP instead of, it doesn't really get benefit much from those. I mean, like, if you go for HP, you get coverage in both defense and special defense, but I mean, Chansey already got a lot of defense from Aviolite and the EV, the defense EV. So yeah, I think the best is still like for HP, 102 defense and 252 special defense. Actually, the best one. For the move one, Seismic Toss and Softball is pretty much mandatory. You can run Heal Bell instead of Toxic, and maybe Wish instead of Stealth Rocks as well. I mean, I don't know, like you can play around like Toxic, Stealth Rocks, and Heal Bell, like which one we're going to use. I mean, like the top 5, like the variation, like could be like Stealth Rocks, Heal Bell, could be Toxic, Heal Bell, could be Toxic, Toxic Stealth Rocks as well on the Chansey. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't really need Heal Bell because if you switch out, the natural gear will help. The Heal Bell definitely if you want to use it for your team, definitely. Next we got Dogtrio, like the one that's about just get suspect tested this month, I guess. Last month, sorry. So you got 99% using Arena Trap, 1% Sandveil. Why you're running Sandveil on Dogtrio? 0% Sandforce. I mean, my prediction is Arena Trap is getting banned, and but Dogtrio still remains. People will start using Sandforce instead of Sandveil. Just my opinion though. But because I mean, like yesterday I ran Sandforce. I love Dogtrio. It's so good. It's really good though. I really like using that thing. And yeah, for the item, focus as definitely is item. Some run choice scarf because of Tapu Koko. I mean, definitely because of Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is faster than Dogtrio's, and it can learn U-turn. So when you want to trap the Tapu Koko as well, you definitely go for choice scarf. But if we're getting rid of its durability, like Dogtrio doesn't really have nice defense and special defense. It's just gonna die in 1 hit or at least 2 hit. So focuses kinda have a guarantee to not get KO immediately, but choice scarf allows you to knock out something like Tapu Koko, everything at fast. I think Kazam as well. Yeah, I think Kazam as well, which is great. For the Natures and EV, definitely just Jolly max attack, max speed. There is no point not running max attack, max speed. Adamant definitely you can go if you go for Scarf and you just want more damage. Just good. For the move, Earthquake is definitely mandatory on Dogtrio, Reversal, Screech. I actually run the Earthquake, Reversal, Stone Age, and Toxic. That's my probably favorite Dogtrio set. I mean, doesn't really like Screech because I mean you trap your opponent. Screech is just good. It's fine to be used because your opponent can just reach out. But I don't know, it just doesn't really like Screech. That's all. And yeah, Stone Age being used 36, Sucker Punch 33%. I mean, it's good. I mean, to getting rid of Pokemon are really low and actually faster than than this Dugtrio. You can go for Sucker Punch, Stealth Rocks. There is still better Stealth Rocks either. Dugtrio. I mean, when you use trap Pokemon, you just want to getting rid of your opponent fast because usually a trap Pokemon doesn't really have good defenses. So yeah, Stealth Rocks. Doesn't. I don't think you go on to run Stealth Rocks on Dugtrio. Memento is pretty good. Like if you already low, and you can just Memento. Your opponent cannot switch out and bring in something fresh and great. I mean, like after getting rid of the Pokemon you want to trap. Go for Memento, bring a new instead of Pokemon and start switching. That is great. Pursuit as well if you want. Pursuit, I don't really think because the Dugtrio main thing is to trap. I mean, Pursuit is good if you're facing Ghost, Poison, or Fire Ghost like Marowak and Gengar. But I mean, those two are not being used a lot, so definitely it's good. Other move is like 60%. Heatran, Flash Fire. Definitely 100% because that's the only ability that Heatran can get. Leftovers being used 42%, Gracian Z 35 because of Tapu Lele, because of, I mean, it's the new Power Herb Solar Beam. The new version, the upgraded version of Power Herb Solar Beam. Now we got our Gracian Z. Airblade 8%, so it's not 6%, the other 6%. Yeah, for nature enemy, definitely if you run like Gracian Z or Scarf, you're going to go for Timid, Max Special Attack, Max Speed. Timid 8 Max HP, Max Speed is definitely just for Stealth Rock setup. And like bluffing your opponent, oh it's just defense, there's no defensive hits, right? And then you got Earth Power and you bring in your own Heatran or something like that. Usually people bring in Heatran to deal with Heatran. And then they screwed up and you go for power. No! Something like that, sorry. And yeah, yes. I know it's too wild. For the move, but all Stealth Rocks, it's not being used that much because I mean like, you can go for, I mean there's so much move that you can go. So Solar Move is definitely if you go for Gracian Z. The Lava Plume, I mean like, my favorite one is Earth Power, Stealth Rocks, Lava Plume, and Classic. That's probably my favorite Heatran set. Magmas. If it's special defensive, but if the Gracian Z one, I'm going for definitely go for Magmas on Solar Beam. For this one, I don't really care that I usually have Stealth Rocks or the Gracian Z on this one. Yeah, Flash Cannon being used 50%, so not much Flash Cannon. So this is good. I mean like the one that Heatran is on the Power and Magnuson or Lava Plume anyway. Fire Blast instead of those 3, but there's no point. Lava Plume is having more energy and more chance to burn. Magma Storm just can't trap your opponent, it's good. Protect 6% if you want more recovery. Roar to getting rid just to face your opponent if you already put Soft Rounds. HP has 5%. If you're really scared of Lando or Garchomp, even though Garchomp, you can outspeed Garchomp anyway with Heatran unless there's off. But if you're Garchomp, if your opponent's Garchomp is off, so then you get screwed. And yeah, that's for Heatran. Tapu Koko, now we are on top 15, we got 14 Pokemon left. Bear with me. I know this will be a long video. Let's see. Electric Sword is being used 100% because that's the only ability that some people can get. And there's Life Orb 32%. For example, Life Orb, Zeppelin, and Magnet is pretty much the most item that Tapu Koko, the best item in my opinion. Yeah, I mean Zeppelin is pretty much the same item, so you can put it together, and it's definitely more used than Life Orb because I mean, I think it's this better item on Tapu Koko. And yeah, Choice Spec we use 5%, rest Just 22. It's a lot of variation in Tapu Koko, but mostly definitely just attacking item because that's what Tapu Koko does. Kill things fast. Sorry. So yeah, timid is definitely the best nature for Tapu Koko. So for now, timid max special attack max speed. Hasty 80, 84 is definitely if you want more damage on Butcher, or if you run something like Wild Charge, I guess. I don't know. Like it's the mix Koko. But yeah, Thunderbolt's definitely the most move that Tapu Koko, the best move that Tapu Koko can use. U-turn instead of Volt Switch because there is a lot of trap trio. HPI is definitely for Garchomp or Lander Serian. I mean, Dazzling Gleam can be used to Garchomp as well, but HPI still does more well, I guess. No, it still actually does the same, so HPI is definitely for Lander. Dazzling Gleam for Taunt being used 22%. Brave Bird, yeah, if you want to go for Brave Bird, then definitely go for the hasty one, but I don't know, there's no reason to use that anyway. HP Fire, probably for Amazon or Ferrothor if you doesn't have any way to deal with Ferrothor. Press not only 8%, Roost being used 7% if you go for the defense for the Toki Tapu Koko with Nature's Madness. Thunder being used 6% if you run on Rain Team, or if you wanna deal with if you wanna take advantage of Pain as well, something like that. And the other is like 19%, which is still quite a lot as well. Sorry, my bad. So next is Celesteela, 100% Beast Boost because that's the only ability that it got. Bear with me, I'm definitely going to say that quite a lot. For the items, the leftovers being used 47%, Flying Z is 41%. So good to know for people that run Magnezone, there's not much use on Shed Shell. So like yeah, there's not much use on Shed Shell when you put Celesteela. So there's like just a little chance for you to encounter that when landing, something like that. There's an EV Mada's max special attack max speed. Now it's pretty popular because Autotomize is being used a lot. Mada's like max HP. Like some people like run just fair amount of speed just to outspeed something after getting Autotomize, I guess. Sassy, definitely there's still a lot of defensive Celesteela usage as well. So like I said, there's a lot of leftovers usage, so definitely Sassy is being used as well. Like Mada's max HP and special attack as well. So if you're not go for the max special attack like Mada's or timid, you go for Sassy, I guess. Adamant, I'm not really sure. I mean, if you run heavy slime and earthquake, definitely go for Adamant. But yeah, your only stab on special attack on an attacking move is heavy slime, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, for the moveset, Autotomize is getting famous now. Air Slash as well, Fire Blast, Flamethrower. So I mean, if you not instead of Fire Blast, you can go for Flamethrower. At least it's not being used much. I mean, if you go for the Autotomize, you probably want to try like a 3 attacking move or plus 1 lead seed, I guess. So instead of lead seed, you can go for Flash Cannon, something like that, or Giga Drain. Man, I don't really think Giga Drain is good in Celesteela though. I mean, you kinda need like after like getting a lot of Beast Boost on Celesteela if you wanna take advantage on Giga Drain. Heavy Slam 34% usage, Protect 34%, Earthquake is 10%, and the other move is 10% as well. So that's all for Celesteela. Next is Excadrill. Mold Breakers being used more instead of Sandrise because as you can see there's not much Sand team anymore. Mold Breaker definitely being used a lot because you can set up Hazard with Excadrill even though your opponent have Magic Bounce, which is good focus as being used 46%, leftovers 19%, choice scarf 13%, life orb 11, the other one is 11. So yeah, usually on life orb is when you're using, I don't know, this is my opinion though. Life orb usually being used if you're using sand team, but yeah, there's not much sand team anymore, right? Okay, then let's see. Natural EV, Jolly max attack, max speed, definitely is Excadrill best move. But sometimes people run real careful, yeah, special defensive Excadrill. But yeah, it's definitely the one that you usually just for set up rocks though. And now for the move, Earthquake is definitely mandatory on Excadrill. Rapid spin as well, start rocks, if because like as you can see, most people run for rock setter instead of just straight up attacking on sand, and yeah, toxic instead of iron head. I mean, like if you doesn't run toxic, you go for iron head just for another stab coverage like that. Rock side could be used if you doesn't have much things to deal with flying side, I guess. And yeah, the other 17% on move. Yeah, that's what it has. So next we got Toxapex, 99% regenerator. So most Toxapex definitely is the best ability, but they get merciless ability as well, which is quite nice if Toxapex has more special attack. But I think there is like other Pokemon, like on next gen, I guess there will be a Pokemon that have this ability, and it's going to be nice. Like if there is like a fast poison type that have merciless, that's gonna be so good though. But yeah, it's merciless kinda situational. You kinda have to toxic or poison your opponent if you want to make this ability works. The item definitely is Black Sludge. I don't know why you go for leftovers, you go for Black Sludge. I mean, on Showdown you can go for, I mean, like audio format you can use two same item, but I mean if you go for battle spot, something like that, you cannot go use two same item. So that's why I think Black Sludge is better. Or Toxapex. I mean, if you get trick, your opponent go for a trick, your opponent get like poison damage, which is kinda like their plan to getting rid of Toxapex item is fail, something like that. Rock Helmet being used 17%, the other is 10% as well. So the nature NV definitely just bold haste, HP max defense, trying to survive as much as possible though. You know, people like try, I need this much special defense, oh no, I don't really need, like try to scale up defense and special defense. But I think just go for max defense, because people definitely just go for Earthquake to deal with this Toxapex. Well, could be with Thunderbolt as well, but I don't know. For the move, like the top 4 recovers called Toxic Spike Haze is just mandatory. It's pretty good for this Toxapex. Maybe you can run Toxic instead of Toxic Spikes if you think, I don't know, like if you think like Toxic Spikes is not reliable because it cannot touch flying Pokemon, something like that. You can go for Toxic, I guess, something like that. Could be work as well. Sorry. Next is Skarmory. It's 99%. Definitely while you're on Keen Eye, especially with Armor, Cerise is better ability on Skarmory. I mean, like all Pokemon only have like one good ability. I mean, it's okay though. I mean, if you got like good ability, people like have to guess which ability that this Pokemon has, like a Fable as well. But we now we know it more. I know where it's being used, even though the Magikarp is still used quite a lot. The item 52% is the Shed Shell, 80% Rocky Helmet, 15% Leftovers, 10% Salakberry? Yeah. The type berry. I don't really remember what the typing, all the typing berry though. I'm so sorry. And the rest is 5%. For the nature and DV spread, Imp is definitely the best nature for Skarmory, because Like it, because Skarmory can like taking there, like can be used as defensive wall as well. Set up. It's not only like to set up rocks or something like that. That's why they. I mean, Impish and Bolt does not really matter because you will just gonna uh you're just gonna getting rid of your just to roll out your opponent anyway and try to whirlwind that thing out, something like that. And yeah, the moveset, Roost and Defog, definitely the most used move on Skarmory and Spikes as well. I mean, if he doesn't have Star Rock set up other than Skarmory, then you can go for then people has Star Rocks as well. Counter, yeah, I mean like it's getting popular to deal with something like Mega Metagross. So if you Mega Metagross go for Thunder Punch, you can counter it, just destroy that thing fast. Brave Bird, Vision Eye, Whirlwind just to phase your opponent out after setting up a lot of spikes. That's my favorite things, to be honest. Stop, yeah, Classic 22%. I mean, like if we go for Classic instead of counter, I guess. It's all 15%, yeah, just 7%. That is all for Skarmory. Moving on to top 10. So we still have 10 Pokemon left. Yeah, 10 Pokemon left with Garchomp. With Garchomp is our number 10. 98% using Rough Skin, 2%. Usually if you go for like the Z-Sandstorm, but now I think the hype is already gone. People might realize that it's not reliable. Let's go back to what we know, which is Rough Skin Garchomp, the best Garchomp. Sorry. Choice Scarf, 47%. So most Garchomp is Scarf because Taquilla is Scarf. To outspeed Taquilla, go for Garchomp with Scarf, Earthquake, finishing off, easy, kill. Rocky Helmet, if you go for defensive Garchomp, it works well with Rough Skin, so your opponent will get double recoil, then recoil from Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet. Focus Sash is 13%, Life Orb is 6%, if you go for like Star Fox, Swords Dance, Garchomp, something like that. Focus Sash as well. That. And the last says 12% on other item, random item, something like that. The EV definitely Jolly Max Type Max Speed is the best, unless you go for defensive Garchomp, like as you see on Impish, HP, defense, stuff. You can go for Rocky Helmet as well to bluff your opponent. Oh, this Garchomp is actually Rocky Helmet, so this is definitely a special defensive Garchomp. Then your Garchomp go for a Swords Dance and they were like, what? They were like, surprise! It's not a defensive Garchomp, it's an offensive Garchomp with Rocky Helmet. Welcome to my life. For the move, Earthquake definitely a mandatory. Now Outrage being used instead of Dragon Claw because Confusion only like 1 in 3 chance to hurt itself now instead of 1 in like 50%, which is that's why Outrage being used a lot more. Stock Rocks if you go for the other item and the Choice Scarf. Fire Blast definitely good if you. I mean like people that take like some mix, people run mixed Garchomp and Choice Scarf, so if you open and go for like Ferrothor, you still can deal with that thing with Garchomp. Swords Dance definitely if you're not running Choice Scarf, Fire Fang instead of Fire Blast. I think Fire Blast is still better because it doesn't take Iron Barbs if you did hit something like Ferrothor. Dragon Tail is good if you go for defensive Garchomp, Rockside, like other coverage as well as Stone Edge, Poison Jet look for Tapus, probably like Tapu Bulu, only Tapu Bulu though, Archetype still better if you go for, if you try to get Tapu Bulu, Tapu Lele and Tapu Koko, at least 10%. Moving on, top 9, the legendary Ferrothorn with Iron Barbs. Definitely the most used one. I don't know why you go for the anticipation. On Ferrothorn, sorry. I mean like anticipation is not really good. I mean it's not good ability. And I think like what Game Freaks need to do is Getting rid of ability that's not being used, changing with new one. I think I should make diversity on Pokemon and the Pokemon that being used, but being diverse means you have to guess what ability that being used. I don't know. I don't know which one is better. I mean, diversity is challenging, so you cannot really guess what ability that Pokemon has, but it's up to you. I think like if you want to try to win, if your opponent doesn't have diversity, it's better, right? Because you can guess what your opponent thinks will use. For items, leftovers definitely most used. Rocky helmet, if you wanna combo it with iron bars, but you don't really have to lie. Sustain abundant seed, that's my opinion though. For nature and EV, relax, the best one. Definitely because you can go for a lot more damage on gyro ball, something like that. And yeah, for the move, each seed, 96% usage, 76 on gyro ball, 60% spike. So yeah, Ferrothor is one of the spike seller as well. So you can go for spike or style rocks. Power whip just for top Fini, I guess, for this one, for this gen. Protect just 45%, so you can go for this protect combo. It's better on Ferrothor, I guess, than on Celesteela. And yeah, knock off 10% to get great items, and other is just 9%. Next up is Magearna. 100% Soul Heart because that's the only ability that Magearna can use. The item is Assault Vest, 52%, Fairy Z 21, Steel Z 7%, so instead of Fairy Z, you can go for Steel Z. Suka Berry, I think it's the ground, right? Suka Berry, 7%, 30% is Iron Move. Sorry. For the nature, Madas, Max HP, Special Attack, and Special Defense. Yeah, definitely like if you already got the Assault Vest anyway, so just go for Special Attack. It's the best one. Yeah, it's quiet, Max HP, Max Special Attack. I kind of forget I did that. I'm so sorry. I'm definitely gonna edit that right now after I'm done this video because it's already too long. I gotta start from the beginning again. So yeah, it's already too long if I restart everything. Hope you don't mind. My Madas is 4 defense, 250. Yeah, definitely like the Madas max special attack is the best one. If you go for like max speed, if you go for the shift gear Magearna, Quiet is definitely just for trick Magearna. The move set definitely like Flash Cannon, Flood Cannon is the best play, the best move for Magearna. Volt Switch the player I like to switch around. HP Fire to deal with Ferrothorn. That's pretty much it, I guess, yeah. Aura Spear is for Ferrothorn as well, right? I don't know, people prefer HP Fire because it can steal a lot of damage, it's like a lot more damage, right? Yeah, it does a lot more damage. Aura Spear if you want more coverage on Dark. No, not on Dark. On Steel. Yeah, on Steel as well. Thunderbolt. I mean like Aura Spear is for other Steel. Thunderbolt, 29 if you doesn't really have things to deal with Tapu. I mean if you want more damage, not only just switch around with Volt Switch. Check Room 17%, Shift Gear is 16%, so as you can see like Timid is only being used 5%, so the Shift Gear is definitely just going to be used like 16% as well. Like the speed, people that have max speed is not that much as well. Ice Beam, if you on Trick Room I guess, and facing things like Garchomp, go for Ice Beam, or for Dance Rio, it's good as well. Shadow Ball, 10%, Calm Mind, 9.6%, the others is 11%. So, moving on to top 7, this is the regular Greninja. As you can see, there is no Battle Bond there, 100%. Rodian, why the hell you run Torrent if you got Rodian, I guess. And that's pretty much, that's right, yeah. I mean, like, that's the best ability on Greninja. For the item, 81% Life Orb, 9% Focus Sash, 5% Expert Belt, the other is 5% as well. Nature and EV spread, hasty with max attack, 252 special attack, 250 speed, like Knave as well. I mean, like, yeah, the best Greninja is the Max Greninja because you already got Protean. So yeah, Gunshot definitely for Tapu, Ice Beam is the stab. I mean, like, all the move will be stabbed because of Protean anyway. But the Ice Beam needs some help on damage, that's why I put more on special attack. Gunshot, I think it's enough to kill Tapu's right with that much. Spikes, like play around to get if your opponent go for like electric move. I can go for spikes, and you cannot do much damage to me. Sorry, like something like that. HP Fire 62 to deal with. Scizor to deal with. Ferrothorn definitely. Even though yeah, it's second low kick, but I think HP Fire is still better though. And the Hydro Pump 25, Dark Pulse 23, Extra Sensory 14, low kick 12, U-turn 4%, the other 19. And the Gunshot Ice Beam Spikes HP Fire with Hasty or Knave, sorry, not Knave, Knave. I'm so sorry. It's probably the best Greninja. And yeah, that's for the Greninja. Now is Ash Greninja, 100% Battle Bond because that's the only ability on Ash Greninja. So if you compare like Ash Greninja and Greninja, so if you putting it together, like if the Greninja usage being on together, 53% probably, like if I calculate it right, 53% is on Battle Bond, 47% is on Protean, so still more Battle Bond on Protean. Maybe like next month will change again, definitely. For the item, choice specs 81%, 8% focuses, life on 7%, the other item is 4. The difference between Ash Greninja and Greninja is its moveset. Like Greninja moveset is pretty limited, sorry. That's why like only Dark Pulse, Water Shuriken, Hydro Pump, and U-turn is being used. Ice Beam not being used because I mean like it already stuck on choice specs anyway. For the Ice Beam definitely being used if you're running Life Orb. So 13%, so 8%. And yeah, for Nature and Eevee, definitely just timid because I mean like as Greninja, your moveset is definitely just go for special attack, just straight up just go for timid. You doesn't really need any other move. That's why it's being used 74% of the time is always going to be timid, max special defense, special attack, and max speed. Sorry. And yeah, the number 5. Finally, we're getting close. Tapu Lele, 100%. Psychic Surge with item with choice specs, shed 44% of the time. Shed Shell definitely because there's a lot of dodgery around. Twisted Spoon or choice specs if you wanna go for bold move. Yeah, to go bold. How does it name? I don't know. Twisted Spoon and Mind Plant is pretty much the same item though. And 12% usage on other item. For Nature and EV spread, Timid is the best. Yeah, I mean like if you go for Scarf, Timid, Special Attack and Speed is the best. Or except if you wanna go for the bold. I mean like if you think it's just I mean if you think Modest is enough, you go for Modest then. And for the moveset, Moonblast definitely is pretty much mandatory on Tapu Lele, as well as Psyshock and Psychic, but you can go for like just use one of them, or you can just use two. You can use two of them as well. Icy Fire definitely for Ferrothorn. Shadow Ball as well. Shadow Ball is for Metagross, yeah. Sorry, I already talk too much, I guess. So sorry. Song is being used 27%, Focus Blast 20%, Thunderbolt 14%, the other is just 15%. Next is Pheromosa, Beast Boost, yeah, because that's the only move. Like the top, all the top definitely like the only Pokemon I only have for ability. So I I think I don't really need to say. I think I don't really need to explain why it's ability speed only 100% on the side, right? And yeah, for the item, choice scarf being used 33%, focus as 22, life orb. Yeah, I mean like like focus as life orb. Fight DMZ is pretty good, in my opinion as well. Choice scarf if you wanna play the U-turn. Yeah, if you prefer the U-turn play on Pheromosa, it's actually good as well. Choice specs 6%, which is 8%. Financial and DB spread. Modest actually being used a lot because definitely if you go for modest special attack speed, definitely you got it. If you're not going for scarf, then you go for the quiver dance. But yeah, I think in my opinion, like the naughty or only is actually better in my opinion with scarf. So you go for this one, get more damage. And if you think if you're on good spot, you can go for high jump kick. Stuck on that, sweep your opponent, get your beast boot, something like that. I think it's best play, but yeah, actually modest being is a lot more. And yeah, for the move, ice beam definitely for render Sarian. The top ultimate as well as Scourge on the high jump kick, definitely just for spamming it and sweep. U-turn. I mean, Pheromosa can be run special set. You can go for mix set or physical, right? So there's not much like people instead of high jump kick U-turn, they go for bug blast, focus blast. But yeah, I think most people will run more oriented on physical attacking instead of special attacking. Poison Jet being used 39%, which is quite a lot as well. Rapid spin. If he doesn't have other rapid spinner, I guess. River Dance. Yeah, River Dance started getting popular though. Like if you go for 5 DMZ with River Dance or like this regular life orb, it's actually really scary if you can set up. Definitely. Because it's just too fast. The only way to deal with Pheromosa after that River Dance is only having priority. That's pretty much it. Next, finally, the top 3, Tapu Lele. Definitely mostly either being used leftovers. I don't know why you're not running leftovers on Tapu Lele. Oh, it's not Tapu Lele, it's Tapu Fini. I'm so sorry, I just realized. Yeah, there is Mrs. Search. Yeah, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. That's Tapu Fini, okay? That's Tapu Fini. And the nature is calm. 248 HP, 192 defense, rest, yeah. And putting ball, yeah, definitely just go for calm and ball. And actually not being used that much. So yeah, when Tapu Fini is being used, like a lot of variation on Tapu Fini, especially on the speed. Because yeah, you wanna outspeed this Pokemon, at least you want to outspeed Landers usually. But sometimes I don't wanna outspeed this Zygarde as well, something like that. Yeah, usually just to outspeed Landers. And then like some Landers have this much having some speed, some Landers does not. Because like people like try to guess what's better speed on Tapu Fini. If you wanna know my set, I'm running 76 speed and 180 defense. That's my Tapu Fini set. And the moveset Defog definitely, because this is on probably the best Defogger this gen. Tapu Fini, yeah, Moonblast is pretty much planetary. As well as, I mean, you can go for Moonblast or you can go for Surf. It's up to you. But I'll go for Scald. Scald you can still burn the flying Pokemon as well. Anyway, something like Landers that can be burned. Something like Gyarados can be burned. It's good. Unless if Mega Gyarados. Something like that. It just matters being used over this of the time. Haze 8%. Doesn't really need anything. The haze. Another is only 12%. Next, the best Mega in the game, Mega Metagross. Jolly definitely the only way to use Mega Metagross. The Jolly max attack, max speed. For the moveset, Like Meteor Mash, definitely the best move. And Ice Punch definitely good for Landorus. Zen Headbutt, it's good as well if you want to combo it with Psychic Terrain. Archetype being used for this 9%, Gold Punch for the 7. Having priority is actually pretty good, especially when there's a lot of Mawile. You can like playing around with its Sucker Punch. If you go for Bolt Punch, Thunder Punch is 44%. Hammer Arm 38. Yeah, I think still Archetype is still better than Hammer Arm, but Hammer Arm is good if you want to be able to do it for a form. Pursuit 5%. I don't really think Pursuit is reliable trap or Meta Bros. This one, the other is 50%. Last but not least, the most used Pokemon. I don't really think Pursuit is the best. I mean, it's just so versatile. It's not good, but it's versatile Pokemon, so you kind of need that thing all the time. And Intimidate definitely is bad, because if it's a bit Intimidate and as well doesn't really weak to Star Fox, that's why it's being used a lot. For the item, Rocky Helmet 43%. I mean, if you go for the go for defensive Lando, you not only you can lower your opponent's attack, you can also get some chip damage with Rocky Helmet if your opponent attacking like that. Choice Scarf 17% of it being used, Rockium Z 17%, Flaming Z 10%, Diaris 30%, something like that. For Nature and EV, Jolly is actually the most used. I mean, it's only 12% as well. If you go for like a Rock Polish or Swords Dance, Jolly definitely will use most. Max attack, max speed. Just definitely if you go for dual dance level. So if you see, there's a lot. I mean, like based on the most used, then the what is being used more. But as you can see, like the other is 60%. So the defensive Lander still being used. For the moveset, Earthquake is pretty much mandatory. U-turn is good for momentum. Salt Rock Setter definitely if you go for defensive Lander. Stone Age instead of HPIs. I mean, at first people run HPI. I mean, Stone Age definitely for the golden one. If you go for Rock Team Z, but HPIs is for defensive Lander. Still good. I mean, you get 4 times. It's super effective to either Lander, even though it just 90%, I guess. I mean, it still does a lot there. Swords Dance does 30%, Rock Polish 14%, Knockoff 12%, so you're not going to see a lot of Knockoff because there is the move that is Mega, so Knockoff not being having a lot of, you cannot knock item a lot of things. Like 10% if you go for Flaming Z, the other is 9%. So there's a lot of Pokemon, and let's see what, at least the 3 things that we can learn from this, from all the things we already discussed. Things we learn. First one, Landosarians are the most used Pokemon in OU format. So Metagross, the most used Mega. So we have to, when we build team, kinda have to anticipate those 2 Pokemon. Is pretty much crucial because like everyone most people will just run Metagross. Even though like now I think Mawile is being used quite a lot as well, more than Metagross, but still like we can have to anticipate those 2 mostly. 2 offensive team Archetype the most used team, so Hyper Offense will have higher win rate when you landing on paper. I mean like on paper, Hyper Offense better than Offense and Balance. Like Balance and Offense is not better. Like Hyper Offense beat Offense and Balance. Yes, I remember correctly. Offense Balance beats Stall. Stall beats Hyper Offense. So Hyper Offense doesn't really going to lose quite a lot because Stall is not being used that much. 10% is quite a lot though. If you do 10 battles, you're going to have disadvantage on 1 battle, just not good. So you got opponent Bronian is still being used almost evenly, so you can't really predict which one range is being used. So you kind of have to like have now, so Pokemon can actually split off. It's pretty sad still. And just keep in mind the Nobon mostly special attack, and for the post it on next time. And yeah, that's all for this episode. Finally, how long it is? Let's see. It's an hour and 14, like an hour and 15 minutes. So we cannot have anything. It's already quite a long as well. Don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe. Next week, we're going to discuss about BGC usage. And yeah, that's all for this episode. And yeah, thank you for watching. I think that's